Most American women aren't looking for anything resembling a traditional relationship. Our society has conditioned them to be independent, and then we wonder why the divorce rate is so high. Also, men are taught that masculinity is evil. That compounds the problem for females and makes men unattractive to women. Frankly, the whole thing is screwed.
How much do you expect your future husband to earn to provide a comfortable life here in the Philippines?
I think around like
Don't be shy, spill it out.
30 to 50K, char.
30 to 50,000 pesos. Okay, so that's about, maximum of $1,000 per month. Do you think that would be enough for you to have a comfortable life here with kids as well?
Yes.
So how much money is rich to you?
50K
50K? Is that per month or per year?
per month.
Per month. Oh, okay. Why do Filipinos think?
What would you want his income to be? I think for me to be comfortable, like staying at home and not working, I feel like this is gonna sound bad. I feel like 300,000.
Anywhere from 70 to 100K.
I would have to say 127.
$500,000. Is that bad?
Probably 150 to $250,000 a year.
To have like a really decent lifestyle and you'll be supported well, like 150 maybe to 250,000 a year.
My husband needs to be making like 650,000.
However, we do been praising them when they're being an excellent man. Versus, I've seen lots of women in America, they would be like, as he should. You see the difference? Like, that's just very ungrateful. Men are really easy to please. Just give him his time and space. Be his peace of mind instead of a headache when he come home. Respect him. Appreciate him. Let him lead. Trust him. Believe in him. I'm very traditional. And maybe some women are not like that and they don't like that, which is fine. Do whatever that works well for you. And what I've been doing has been working very, very well for me.
On the internet today, and I can't help but see all the hard L's that all the passport bros are taking, and honestly, I'm not even the slightest bit surprised by this. You saw dude on 90 Day Fiance got flame roasted by his Filipino fiance for being fat and ugly. We FaceTimed for like a week or two prior to meeting up for Taco Tuesday, and when we finally linked up together, I realized that he was wearing an ankle monitor. I also learned at this juncture that he still lived at home with his mother. When the check came, he wouldn't even look at it. I mean, you would have thought he was going blind the way he avoided eye contact. It was Taco Tuesday. It was maybe $30 between the both of us. Fine, whatever. I pick up the check, I pay it, I never talk to him again. Fast forward to the present, and this same man is on social media constantly bashing women for having unrealistic expectations, for having children from previous relationships. Keep in mind, we're both almost fucking 40. So I've been on like a really long dry spell, and I tell people it's because I'm celibate, but the truth is I can't find nobody. So I'm gonna drop some real knowledge on y'all right now. Let's rewind to 5-6 years ago. I was broke, I was living in the hood, my credit was bad, my teeth were messed up, I weighed 70 pounds more, I did not have an ass, and
I hope you got your passport.
Hate to break it to you, I think that we've just got a very, very selfish culture of women. And to any women out there that say I have internalized misogyny or anything like that, that would require that I have a problem with women worldwide. I do not have a problem with women worldwide. I have a problem with Western women. And if you think that I'm just like making this up out of nowhere, reflect on the fact that there are Western men that are flying out east to find wives. Are Eastern men coming out west to find wives? No. Where in the world are men flying out in droves to marry American women? Nobody wants us. Why? We're big, we're selfish. We don't want to hear anything. You can't tell me to eat less. You can't tell me to change my life. You can't tell me it's not about me.
Citizenship in the United States has historically been very prestigious. Although our standard of living and entitlements are not as high as they are in many European nations, our economy is still the largest in the world, and our military is the best. It's a big country too, with a lot of beautiful places to see without the need for any internal passports or checkpoints anywhere. Believe me, it's great. The dating scene in the United States is notoriously competitive, with the top 20% or so of men getting most of the attention. and the matches, and often enjoying serial monogamy. American women especially focus more on height than many other nationalities. That's a phenotype that men can do nothing to change, and short men get mercilessly filtered by the apps. We don't have arranged marriages, have little or no sense of community or matchmaking, and it's every man for himself trying to navigate anonymous online dating. Men hate the experience of getting repeatedly rejected and ghosted. Also, yes, American women are notoriously fat, 70% overweight or obese, to the extent that it's interfering with our capacity to find each other very attractive physically. I hate to admit it. Despite good dentistry and access to medicine, I think we're on average among the least handsome people in the entire world. Whenever I watch a documentary about nomads in some remote place, I find it amazing how so many women who have never used a single cosmetic in their lives look better than anyone I've seen here in the States. I think American men are simply thinking critically and out of the box about other things they may have to offer and would like to be with someone they find attractive. Even though we are resistant to immigration because we like our wide open spaces and feel there's enough people here, few of us have any prejudice against foreigners or expat women. Even the previous president preferred to marry foreign women. I don't think you have to think anything more into it than this. I think it's unlikely to be misogyny, wanting someone submissive or traditional, or anything like that. It's just a potentially better option for a lot of American men. Most US women are growing to be rabid, quote-unquote, in their feminism, and it is likely unattractive to men who want the traditional relationship style where women are the nurturers and men are the providers kind of dynamics. And US women don't provide that to them because they're so into the I don't need a man bullshit, thinking and seeing misogyny in everything. These Western women are really not upholding the true concept of feminism and are growing to be more masculine than feminine. Why the fuck do people use the overseas women are scammers and gold diggers excuse to deter men away when Western women do the same and have the law to back them up on a statistical basis? There's nothing wrong with not wanting a Western woman and going for a foreign one instead. I'm including mail order brides in this too. Western women, especially Americans, are mostly entitled, overweight, vain, narcissistic hoes who forget what it means to be feminine. If you want a traditional woman, especially a virgin, your best bet is looking elsewhere. The only reason Western women are the way they are is because men have allowed them to be, and because most men believe that they are their only option. We outsource everything else, so why not pussy too? We are not ripping into American women. We are telling you what we see, and you don't like it. Good, you shouldn't like it. But that doesn't mean it's not the truth. I've lived in the Northeast and Southeast, US and Germany. I crossed socioeconomic boundaries from eating wish sandwiches as a child to making what most of you would call bank. And I've dated women from different regions of the US, Japan, Taiwan, Germany, a few unknowns, and Vietnam. I see how different cultures treat men, and how women from different cultures treat men and women. I also have a degree in cultural anthropology, so my perspective is a bit more analytical than most channels here in this space. There absolutely are toxic women across all cultures. Any guy who thinks he's going to find an endless pool of innocent, virtuous women is probably going to be taken for a ride. I personally know ones that cheat, divorce decades into a marriage, live for domestic violence, and are flat-out hoes. Men can make as bad a decision overseas as in the US, no lies here. I know women from overseas who have lied about who the father is for decades. You can't stop shitty people from being themselves. So why do you think men should still flee? Because the odds are still so much better than what they are in the US for generations. American women have been raised on an extremely toxic version of feminism. One that cheers women on for using men and treating them as absolutely disposable. That toxic behavior is absolutely protected by American genocentrism, where women can do no wrong. For a lot of men that want to provide a traditional relationship, that kind of inherent entitlement combined with a feminist hatred of men creates an extremely ugly woman. So it's about the odds. If you are a traditional man, the odds of finding a woman that you can trust to help raise your son are much better in some places like Asia. Gentlemen, keep in mind this. Every culture has its own version of tradition, and every country has its own dating rituals. Learn a bit first. You might also be surprised to find out that many cultures outside of the US have no issues with women approaching men. In Vietnam, men don't associate dating with hunting. They associate it with fishing, because there are rituals or customs women will do there to let you know she likes you. In fact, American women seem to have the biggest issue with it. All these things happen when women are raised on such entitlement. Also, there can be a big difference in what women consider attractive and what a culture considers masculine. Anyway, that's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers!